Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to Girls vs. Ghosts Radio. Welcome to the Dr. Gina Show. Dr. Gina is a health and wellness advocate with a doctorate in occupational therapy. She graduated from NYU with a degree in psychology, finished her master's degree at Thomas Jefferson University, and earned her doctorate at Temple University, as well as she holds many certifications in nutrition, personal training, child yoga. Gina now works in early intervention, specializing in children with autism. Gina is an animal lover. She supports many rescue organizations and enjoys advocating for animal rights. Join Dr. Gina as she takes you on a journey to live your best life now.
I can't believe I'm at episode 10 already. Tonight we are going to talk about the Akashic Records. So for some of you out there, and I know some people have texted me that they don't know what the Akashic Records is. So just a brief explanation about the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are records of our soul. So that's what we're going to be diving into tonight. I want to thank everyone who is tuned in to listen live. And remember that we can call in today on the portion of call in and ask questions. The number to call in is 646-668-8490. And it's best to call early as possible to get on the list because we don't know how many callers we can take. So again, it's 646-668-8490 if you want to call in. So like I was saying, we're talking about the Akashic Records tonight. Now, the Akashic Records is a book of, I guess, what people want to call like our soul's life. So our soul, many of us, not all of us, have at least more than one life. So not only in the Akashic Records is what's written about our life that we're living right now, but also about our past life. So it's going to be a really fun topic. So anyone that has listened to me before, you know that I like to open the show and talk a little bit about my life. A lot of people want to know, and they want to learn how to tap into their intuition and learn how to live more spiritual. So I will give you a brief look into this. Like I always say, we're all here on a journey of our soul. We're all here learning together. I'm also learning, and just like I tell my clients, I'm learning with you. And every time you learn, and hashtag pass your fucking test, I learn. Tonight's show, I will be doing a lot of channeling. So I started to try to prepare for tonight's show. And sometimes I start to prepare my producer. Thank you, Charlotte. She's out there, just an amazing producer. She's got a lot of cool things happening. So make sure you follow Girls vs. Ghosts Media on Facebook and also on Instagram. Charlotte is an amazing producer. She's producing all the shows here, plus she has this awesome project that she's working on, so make sure that you follow Girls vs. Ghosts. Let me just talk about my week a little bit. My week this week on my journey of the soul was a pretty good week. So like all my clients and many of you out there, we're trying every day to live our best life. And for me, one of the challenges that I've had as far back as I can remember is to try. This seems really horrible, but it's the truth. I remember just being younger and just being like, this New Year's, I'm going to make a resolution, like I'm talking high school. I'm going to make a resolution to be nice to everybody. I don't know if I was a mean girl in high school, but I have to say that I look back on it and I was just like, I don't even know really who I was or where I came from. A lot of things I wanted to change, but yeah, I look back on it. So I still kind of struggle with that. Sometimes I really have low tolerance for people that don't treat other people respectful, let alone people that don't treat me respectful. It's just or if you're not real, you're fake or you're lying. I mean, I'm psychic, but even though I have a good intuition, I can see right through it, and you just totally go into a different category for me. So this week I had to do some continuing education because, you know, my other job, I am an occupational therapist, and that requires continuing education. So I had to be in some workshops this week dealing with a lot of people. And usually for my work, I deal a lot one-on-one with my clients, but this was groups of people. So I was pushed through testing my patience and being nice and listening to conversations that I really wasn't interested in, trying to engage the best I can. And that was a little test I had this week. But, you know, I seemed to be good. I just really needed to disconnect this weekend. I went to Philadelphia and hung out with my family and friends, and I had a barbecue and I ate meat. So my vegetarian days are completely done because the steak was so good. So very, very good. So that was one of the challenges that I faced in my journey of the soul. So as I was saying, I was preparing for the show, and I was saying, okay, so, you know, I'm going to talk about the Akashic Records, and I should have some outlines here. So I started to try to come with some outlines, and I send my producer the outlines usually. I haven't lately because we realized I usually go off topic of the outlines when I start to channel. So I tap into, if anyone's listened to the first time, I am a medium. So, yes, I talk to all your dead relatives when you have a session with me. If you have a mediumship session with me, I will talk to your relatives. I will talk to your angels. I will talk to your spirit guides. I tap into all souls on the other side, as well as a lot of channeling I do. And that's when people would ask me questions. And I tap into a universal consciousness that I call the council. And one of my guides, Christopher, helps me interpret this because they are higher consciousness, and he is able to have more of a direct contact. So as I was preparing for the show, I realized I'm going to be channeling most of the show because these questions are going deep. This topic of the Akashic Records is going into the Akashic field. It's where when I am with a client and I am tapping into their soul's journey, their energy, I do need to go talk to the council, and they need to go into the Akashic Records because the council does have access to the Akashic Records, who I channel. So I was talking to my guides, and they told me just to write down questions. Now, my clients will tell you that when my clients give me a question, they'll give me a certain question, they'll ask me something, and I will channel the answer, whether I'm tapping into the council. I also channel other spirits, and if you have a reading with me, you know I channel Bruce. I call him Bruce with the juice, and he likes to give information on love a lot. I also channel another spirit, Anna Maria, and she's an older Italian woman. She also comes in. They are not part of the council, but there are a couple spirits that I do channel. I also talk to Archangels Gabrielle and Ariel. I channel both of them, as well as one of my angels is Anna. I also channel, again, my guide Christopher, but he helps with my readings. So tonight it's going to be a lot of channeling. So I have questions ready, and I'm going to say the question, and it's going to be answered through a channel. So it's going to be a little different show, but I don't know how to answer these questions as me, Dr. Gina, because a lot of times you get some answers from Dr. Gina because in a reading, I also have a master's degree in counseling, so I kind of combine it with my mediumship, talking to your dead relatives, my psychic abilities, which is the ability to read your energy and your life path because the energy does change. So that's where I use a psychic channel. But tonight, some of these questions that I'm going to start with are going to be directly channeled. So you're going to hear me. I'm going to say the question, and this is going to be channeled. And before I did this, the council assured me this is the way that it has to go. So this is the way it's going to go. So I have some questions prepared, and if you want to call in, when the calls start, you can call in and ask a question directly to be answered through the council, or it does not have to necessarily be on a topic. You can ask a question that you just want answered from me. I'm also going to save some time for universal readings because everybody likes that. So anyway, let me dive into this topic, and again, I'm going to ask the questions, and you're going to hear the answer. Okay. So even though I talked about this, I'm going to repeat what the Akashic Records are. So I asked, what are the Akashic Records? So the Akashic Records, it's kind of like, you want to think of it this way. Like when you go into a library, not many people use libraries nowadays or access libraries, but just think some of the people that are over 30 that are listening here. When you went into a library, whether this be high school or college, it was huge, and you had to go have a topic because you had to do a certain paper. So you would get your topic, you figured out what your topic is, and you go to the library because now you got to get some books to do your research. Now, obviously, it's a little different, but let's just go back to the olden days. So you go and you get your topic, and you look and you want to pick out the reference books that you need to do whatever this project is. Well, think of the Akashic Records. It's a good analogy to use. It's like the big library in the sky, and your name is in it. So when you want to look up your record, you can access this. I access this through the council. So you get your name, and in this big library is not only the life that you're living now, but all your past lives. So the question is, who writes this Akashic Record? Who writes this Akashic Record for you before you come down here into this journey? You write the Akashic Records. You are a soul. So you're there writing your Akashic Record in detail with your guides, with whoever it is that obviously you cross paths with many souls down here. So all those souls are engaged in your journey down here. They're written into your Akashic Record. One of the questions is, do we pick our parents? Yes, we do. We pick our parents. That's part of your Akashic Record. You choose what type of family you're going to come into based on what you want to learn, what you want to contribute, what your goal is. So it's so vast and intense, this book. There's so many details in this book to be written, and all the people that you have to agree with, and all the soul contracts that you have before you come here. So say a soul wants to pick a parent that might not live in a good place. So you pick parents that are challenged. Maybe you pick a father that's not present, or you pick a mother that's alone. She might have children with other parents. You pick a family to come in with, and you choose that family specifically because of what it is you want to get out of your soul's journey down here. You want to have that challenge of growing up without a father, or with a mother that may have mental issues. Whatever it is, you chose it. You decided, this is the family that I want to be born into because I want to learn what it's like to go through a family like this. Maybe your past life before that, you were born into a very wealthy family, and you might have had challenges growing up in that wealthy family. You might have had different challenges that you need to now switch the circumstances and be born into a poor economic family because you had challenges born into a wealthy family. So you might have chose to come back in this life as a different family from a different type of economics. That's just one of the many things. Now, do you choose how you look in your Akashic Records? Yes, you do. You choose how you're going to look. Now, this is, as I do readings and I go back, I find that you choose how you look. Now, sometimes I see this within my own life when I go back. I look a lot like I did in the past 3 or 4 lives. There's a lot of resemblance of who I am now that I've been in my past 3 or 4 lives. I didn't deviate too much from that. I was always a woman. I always was of darker hair. One life was a lighter brown hair that I'm able to recall. But I pretty much looked a lot like I am now in my past lives. I have done past life regression with some of my clients and have seen similar where they also have looked a lot alike. Now, that's because that's not the part of the journey you're working on. Some souls will come here and choose to be a man when they were a woman, or a woman when they were a man, because they want to experience again or go through a different test of what it is they want in this life. Yes, here's another question. Do I choose to come here and be blind? Yes, you did. You chose to come here and be blind. That was something that you wanted to experience. There's a lot of, I work with children in early interventions, and I have worked in children's hospital and worked with many children and seen lots of suffering. So, and as a new therapist, I worked in children's hospital in Philadelphia, and I worked with a lot of cancer patients. I saw a lot of tragedies, a lot of shootings, a lot of abuse. I saw the worst in children's hospital. And I was young in my 20s and, kind of just out of school. And I remember so many parents saying and crying in the ICU and just asking God, why is this happening? Why is my child going through this? There's no God. I've heard so many parents lose it and just say, I don't believe in God. I worked with the Amish children, and I seen such a difference when I worked. There was a big shooting when I worked there, and there was a bunch of children in a school, and they were all Amish, and it was such a tragedy. I'll never forget watching the parents come and watching the difference with those parents. They weren't blaming God or asking God why he did this. They weren't going down on any other path. They were just grateful for the children that survived, and even the families whose children passed were there to support the families who were alive. And even being, again, in my early 20s, I just remember thinking, these parents are so grateful and appreciative of the fact that their child may have lived with tragic disability, or that they had experienced this and they're here for another parent. And I remember thinking then, like, wow, why would God do this? Why would God do this? And here, over 10 years later, I know the answer to this. It's because that's what that child, that soul chose. That's what that mother chose, to have a child to go through that so they could learn. It was in their soul contract. It was in their Akashic Records. That's the journey they wanted to choose. And everyone involved chose that, right down to the detail of, how my child is going to be born, what age, and what they're going to go through. And it seems like, why would anyone choose that? Why would you choose to suffer like that as a child, or why would you choose to suffer like that as a mother? But everybody can't come here in perfect harmony, because that wouldn't give us contrast. This is a school. This is learning. We're down here to learn our lessons, to go through change, to manifest, to create, to go to a higher level. So it may seem like suffering down here and everything we're going through, but before we're born and we come here, we realize this is what we're going through, and it's not suffering from us. We know that this is such a short period of time down here, and we want to learn sometimes the hardest lesson that we can possibly learn. Some people come here just to learn that lesson. They don't come here to make so much change in the world. They come here for their own soul's purpose, because that's where their soul is. That's where they are in their soul's contract. They're at the point where they're still going through so many lessons. And then there are some souls that come here that have passed all that. They've done that. They've been through so many extremes, and they come here, and now they're ready to be the teachers. They're ready to be the gurus. They're ready to be the ones to make change, to bring the consciousness up. They're ready to raise the vibration for other people and have people realize how short of a life this is. Now, if we go back thousands of years ago, we're looking at Atlantis days, and we look, the consciousness, the vibration was so much higher. People were so much more in tune with the power of unity, the power of no ego, no jealousy, to come together, to work together. And as time went and media came and money became so important, and people were taking land, and there was egos and thievery, we just started losing it. We become more and more separate. There's been more suffering. Things have changed so much. But the good thing is it's going back. It's going back. So we are now realizing we have a higher consciousness. We understand that we're more than this body, that we're going to come back, and everyone's waking up. More people are waking up today, and it's bringing us back to where we used to be, where we can all work together and manifest together and create together. That's why we came here, for joy. Yes, we came here to go through lessons, but again, when we come here, we don't feel that as suffering. We feel that as this is what our soul's journey is doing. So that leads us to, yes, when I was working at Children's Hospital, there was a man that came in that school and shot those Amish children. What about that man? What about his Akashic record? What was that written? Did God, or whoever you want to believe in, say that you're going to come and do this? And why are all these parents and everyone, blaming God? And how could this be? Well, let's look at this at the bigger picture of things here. Yes, those children knew what was going to happen. Those mothers knew. The shooter knew. Yes, knew. But again, it's not looked at the same as a soul as when we come down here and live in the human world. It's not judged like that. It's a part of, this is what you're going to do. I kind of want to look at it down here as like hunting. A lot of people have bad ideas of like the hunters that shoot. And yes, it's tragic. You shoot the animals, but it's the cycle of life. That's how it has to go to feed, to move on, to grow. Those animals are here, and we just need to be grateful for them and do it in a more humane way. But that's the cycle of life. That's the cycle, the journey of the soul. So, yes, there is that man that said that that's what he's going to do. And was he remorsed by it as a soul? No. He was no more remorse by saying, I'm going to be that shooter, than the person that says, I'm going to come and I'm going to create. Like Bill Gates, I'm going to come and create and change people's lives and donate. They both knew the soul's lessons. Nobody thought of the souls didn't think of anything to be more or less when they came. Now, again, there is an evolution, an evolution of the soul. And there are higher souls. And there are what we call down here, let's call them, I call them fillers, which just means they're here because they need to be here, because they might serve kind of like in a play. You got the people the extras, and then you have the main actors, and then the supporting ones. So think of it like that. We need to have some fillers. They're like the extras down here. We need to have them move around. They might have not many lessons to learn. They might not have much of a difference to make. They might not have anything. They might do one thing. They might just have an interaction with one person that's serving that person's bigger mission. But we need them. We need these fillers, and we have them. And we need the supporting actors and actresses, and we need the people that just don't have a talking part. So think of this as a big stage, a big movie, all the people we need down here. People play big parts, people play small parts. It's all part of the soul's journey. We're all one. We're all here together. We're all working together to raise the consciousness. Everyone chose what they want. So here's the trick in this. And this still gets me as a psychic, a medium, as having degrees in science and proving things and doing research papers and getting my doctorate and going through this baffles me. And I used to know as a new reader, when I used to read cards, in high school or whatever, I used to be like, how come I can't see how the future is going to turn out? I could never see the future as a new, again, I was just doing my cards. And I was like, I can't see the future. But as a kid, I wasn't really doing this to help anyone. It was mostly fun. But I couldn't understand how I couldn't see how the end journey was going to turn out. I could never see that. And then as I started doing this and being more involved and actually doing this for clients, I still had a problem with, I even remember when I was taking the classes years ago with that little school I was going to, and I would say, how come I don't know the future? The future, it's not always perfect for me. I couldn't get the future. I always knew what happened before. I always knew what was going on now, but I could never see the future. Okay, so now, probably in the last 2 years, since I've been doing this more full time and I have a bigger understanding and I actually embrace this and let people know what I do, I understand why. The fact is, think of the Akashic Records as when you're writing a paper. You get your topic, Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 3, Roman numeral 4. You have those, you have the topics, and then under each Roman numeral, you might have A, B, or C, and say you're doing the presentation. You got Roman numeral 1, A, B, and C, and then you add some stuff in when you're talking, kind of like improv. Well, that's kind of the Akashic Record. We wrote the Roman numeral. We know the big stuff. We wrote A, B, and C, but we have some free will, and that's kind of just like the improv, because without the free will, the game, the journey down here wouldn't be so interesting, wouldn't be much of a lesson if we knew how everything was going to turn out, if we knew how everything was going to go, and we didn't have the ability to manifest and create and work together, and we just came down here and we had the whole Akashic Record, like it was just, that's it, that's how it goes, and that's how it is, and bang, 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 and we knew everything about it. What's the sense of coming here? Like, there's no school, there's no challenge of it. If you know the answers to the test in school, yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm not knocking that. That's amazing. But, there's no challenge in it. There's no learning. If you already know the answers before you get the test or before you take the course, you're not learning nothing. So that's why we have free will. So as a reader, I now know when I am reading, I ask the counsel, I ask, relatives, and mind you, when I'm tapping into spirits, relatives, your best friends, when I'm talking to dead people, that's their opinion. So they say, oh, yes, take the job, Sarah, you're going to be great. That's Sarah's opinion. That doesn't mean that's the best thing to do. That's your dead person's opinion, just like they were alive, their opinion. They don't know the best answer. But if I ask the counsel, they're going to give you guidance, and they're not going to tell you yes or no. And this can be frustrating. And again, it was frustrating for me when they're tapping into the Akashic Records and my clients are asking a question, and I give guidance. I used to think they were talking in riddles or analogies. I'd say, but I don't understand. I used to get so frustrated. How come you're not? And as a reader, I would feel like I'm failing. I'm failing because I don't have the exact answer here. How come I don't have the exact answer? So they start showing me percentages. They say 80% chance you're going to get this job based on the energy. So that's the free will in the Akashic Records, the ABCs, the improv, because you create it. In order to be a manifestor, a creator here, you need to have that free will. So are you going to get that job? As we talked about last week, raising your energy, raising your vibration, if you keep that up high enough, vibrate high enough, you're going to get that job that you want or another job better. We can't always say you're going to get that job you want, because that job that you want, maybe someone else wants it too. There's other energies involved. So you're going to get that job or something better. As long as you keep the energy, the free will of the Akashic Records, that improv, and when you look at it as a stage, as long as you keep that energy there, high enough vibrating, positive, scripting, like I tell my clients, scripting what you want, keep the energy high, ride high on that emotional scale, and you keep it, you're going to get that job. And if you don't get that job, your magnet that you are hot, riding high is going to attract a job just like it or better, not even specifically that one that you won't say, shit, I didn't get that job, because you'll be so happy you got one like it. So there's your Akashic Records improv there. So you don't always know, but I'll say, a percentage, and they give me a percentage, and when they give me a percentage, they base that on the energy. And as a psychic, I'll look at the energy, and I see energy just like electric waves, and I see where it runs and where it goes, where it starts and where it changes. And I can ride the energy when I'm doing a reading to see the percentage also. So I look at it in two ways. I tap into the counsel, I ask them, and I also look at the energy wave, and I see the percentage, so I'm able to tell. But things can change. Again, it's free will, and this is a huge one that changes in the Akashic Records. People want to marry. Oh, am I going to marry? When am I going to get married? And am I going to marry Daniel, is Daniel going to be my husband? Am I going to marry him? Or, I really love Daniel. Is he going to be mine? And, they might be dating this Daniel guy or not. And I look and I check and I see. So the question goes to, well, did I put Daniel in my Akashic Records over here? Is that one of my Roman numerals? So I'm going to channel this answer because this is one that I am not really sure about. It's questionable, so this will be good. So the question I want to ask is who you're going to marry be in the Akashic Records? So, yes, sometimes who you're going to marry is going to be in the Akashic Records because that's very important. So that will be in the Akashic Records because you need to marry Daniel because you and Daniel have this agreement because you're going to go through together as parents the struggles that you went to or the life journey. You both agreed on it before you came. And all the people that will interact with you and Daniel, you have to marry him because he's a part of your lesson, part of your Akashic Records. But guess what? That other person, say Sarah, is she going to marry Jim? No, you don't know. It could go either way because Sarah and Jim didn't write that in their Akashic Records. That doesn't matter. They have free will. Neither one of their marriages depend on them learning their lessons. Their lessons are arbitrary. Maybe they'll marry each other or someone like they want because that's something they want to go through down here. But marrying each other, that's not in the Akashic Records. That's irrelevant because that's not part of your lesson. That's not part of your plan. It's not written in that, so that's irrelevant. So it doesn't matter if Sarah and Jim marry, but it does matter if Daniel marries Ellen because Daniel and Ellen said they're coming here to do that. So that's where, yes, sometimes it's written you're going to marry that person. Sometimes it's irrelevant because that marriage doesn't mean nothing in the whole journey of things. That's one of your improv. That's a free will. That's something you want. And before you come here, you don't come sliding down here into earth through the birth canal saying, yep, everything's going to suck. Before you come, you have all reasons to come. You're going to pass your tests. You're going to elevate your soul. You're going to learn your lessons. You might be here to help other people, but whatever it is, you're sliding down here, being born, thinking that you're going to ace everything. You're coming in 100% positive. Once you hit the air and take your first breath, all shit goes to hell because now you're in improv. You got your free will. You forgot who you were. You forgot all the lessons you said you're going to do. You forget everything. It's the journey of the soul. It's part of the game. You can't come here remembering. As soon as you take that first breath of air, you forgot. You got soul amnesia. Welcome to the journey of the soul. Hashtag pass your fucking test. Elevate your soul. Learn your lessons. Get in touch with your intuition. Ride that emotional scale high. Bring your energy up. Bring the vibration up. Because now you're here. You're in school. You're in what you chose. You came down here. And this is a short period of time. And you don't have long to learn. So you better get in touch with your intuition. Contact your guides. Know how to answer them. Know your guidance. Know your question. Be in touch with who you are. Forget your ego. Forget about jealousy. Forget about everything except for your soul's journey. Soul's journey is all about love, forgiveness, happiness, having fun, enjoying yourself. Not about suffering, making with the best that you have, creating, manifesting, believing. That's why you came here. Now, another question that people like to know. So I hope that answers the question. And again, that helps for me. I'll replay this so I can learn that. But, I really like the answer that I was able to channel because I obviously get a lot of clients that are in certain relationships or they want to be in certain relationships and they want to see if they're going to marry so-and-so. And again, my clients will know I am not your regular reader. When you come to me, you're getting a lesson in life, and a lot of my clients cry and they're ready and they think that I'm mean, and I kind of tell them, like, when I'm in a channel, like, you know who's mean? The council's mean. Christopher's mean. Because when I'm channeling them, they're non-emotionalists. They're just like, this is how it is. They don't come with the soft touch. They don't. Sometimes because I don't go into a deep channel trance, I'm able to come back and forth. It's kind of like I know Esther and Jerry Hicks, or Esther Hicks, she does a channel, and she goes deep for the whole hour or so, whatever it is she does, and she lets that consciousness take over. That is not how I do that, because I come in and out and interpret a lot, using a lot of, hey, Dr. Gina, as well as, like, again, your relatives. I go into different, I look at like a house of mirrors. So for me, when I have a client or a mission in front of me or something to speak about, I go to the other side, I open the door, I check in with this. I go to many, many places, and I elevate my consciousness many places, but I come back and stay grounded with me, Dr. Gina, and come in. So, but sometimes if I'm doing a straight channel and I'm talking to a client and they want to know something about, Carol, they're dating this woman, Carol, and they want to know about Carol. I'm in a channel, and I'm just like, listen, wake up. Like, Carol is not good for you. She obviously is married to someone, and she's using you for this, and this, the counsel. They're giving, like, straight up, like, real shit. There's no sugarcoating. And sometimes I will feel bad after I just said, like, mean stuff, and my client's over there crying because the counsel pretty much laid the real shit on the line and was just like, this is what it is. And then I come out of it, and I'm just like, well, I'm sorry. And then I try to, like, go on a lighter level. But, I don't really do that so much anymore, because it just is what it is. And if you're going to have a reading or session with me, it's coming, and it's going to be, especially if you're going to get, if you want a life reading or you're looking into your Akashic Records, you're going to get schooled, because the council is a higher consciousness. They're in charge of the Akashic Records. They're schooling you. They're talking to your guides. They're basically like, you're down here fucking up, and you're not passing your test. And because of that, you're going to come back in another life, and you're going to have to do this shit again. So you want to do this shit again, keep failing your test. Pass your test, and you'll be rewarded. And this is something that's very important. And again, like I tell you guys, I, too, am on a journey of my soul down here. So me being on the journey of my soul, I have to hashtag pass my fucking test. I'm regular Gina. My friends will tell you, like, when I'm channeling, I'm learning. Yes, I'm psychic, I'm intuitive, but I don't walk around being psychic, intuitive all the time. I go crazy. I'm crazy enough most of the time dealing with this stuff. I need a lot of isolation. I need to meditate. I need to regroup. I need to work out. I need to eat right. I do so much to prepare to give you guys what I give you, that, I'm a lot of times I'm just regular Gina, just being like me, Gina fucking up, failing her test. But just like my clients, and if you work with me, and a lot of my clients will work with me, that means, like, we'll get more than one, we'll do lessons. They'll sign up for the Akashic Records for me. We'll call it Soul's Journey School. I help them with passing their fucking test so they can elevate. So I know for a fact that I had been failing tests for a good 3.5, 4 years. And then sometimes I would think, I would get these, like, quizzes, because the universe will give you quizzes. I call them little quizzes. Again, I want you to think of the Akashic Records and the soul as, like, the big stage down here, the actresses, the actors, the supporting actresses, and all that. But I want to think of your tests. I wanted you to think of your test as, like, big tests and quizzes. So hashtag pass your fucking test. So I would get these little quizzes the universe would give me, and I would pass, and they give you rewards when you pass. Like, I would get something super cool that I wanted to manifest because I hashtag passed my fucking test, and it was almost like a little prize. But once you pass your freaking test or exam, you make it over that fucking hill, and you pass, you manifest, like, amazing stuff. Like, the rewards are endless. And that's the whole journey that would make you want to pass your test, because the reward that you're given is amazing. It's like the angels blow their trumpets and you get rewarded. They give you little, like, when you pass the little quizzes and you start elevating your soul and riding high on the scale, you start getting little presents. Yeah, little manifestations. Here you go, here you go. But pass that fucking test and wait till you see what you got. So I know we have some callers on the line. I'm excited to take callers on this. There'll be a lot of channeling for these questions, I'm sure. But I know that everybody likes this universal reading, and I want to get it in. So I have a little special universal reading today, so it's kind of going to be like 3 parts on this one. Now for my universal readings, if, obviously you guys can't see me, and that's a good thing because I'm sitting here in my pajamas, but for my universal readings, I go back to the Rider-Waite deck, and I use my special little Dr. Gina spread. And then I'm going to go through the Rider-Waite deck and just give you a universal message. Again, this message is for whoever this resonates with. And then I'm going to give you 2 other things, like if you follow my Instagram, and on my Instagram at psychic_medium_Dr. Gina. If you follow my Instagram, you will see that sometimes I give you like a manifestation trick tip message. So let's get on with the universal reading, and this is for whoever it resonates with. So. Okay, so you are going to be given an opportunity that you didn't even see coming. It's going to be like coming out of the clouds, and it's going to be offered to you. And you're just like sitting there being like, oh my God, where'd this opportunity come from? Well, guess what? You must have got a quiz. You must have passed a quiz because you're getting rewarded in a nice way, and it's coming out of nowhere because you didn't even know it. You do all this work, and you're passing your quizzes, and you're getting rewarded. And then you're going to share this news. You're so happy you're going to share this news with one of your family members. This is a woman that you kind of look up to, and she's going to be so proud of you. She's going to give you rewards and be like, this woman, you wanted this woman to be proud, and she's going to be so proud of you. This woman could be living or past, but whoever this woman is, you've made her so happy because she's been working with you and loving you and just helping support you. There was times where you have felt really defeated, like you're just like, what the hell is this life about? I'm just over this life, just done. I surrender. I feel like I'm getting stabbed in the back, and anytime nobody's really supporting me, they're just like stabbing me. Nobody wants to help me. But the reality was it was all in your hands. You held it all. It had nothing to do with anybody else. You were holding everything. It was all about you. It's all inside of you. You're going to be living in 2 places. It looks like you might be traveling. This could be an East Coast, West Coast thing. You're going to be back and forth with this opportunity. Your wish is coming true. What you've been wishing for is going to come true. So that is your universal reading. I hope you like it. Now, here's my manifestation tip. So because we're talking about the soul's journey and passing our quizzes, here's a little manifestation quiz I want you to do. I like to do this on my Instagram. So I want you to keep an eye out for an image of a jaguar. So a jaguar is going to come to you. So try manifesting a jaguar or look for a jaguar. Now, if you can see the jaguar in 3 or 4 days, that means that you're working on your manifestation. I want you to try to manifest that. So as the jaguar comes to you, he is going to be your spirit animal, and he's going to come to you, and he is helping you to take more authority, to be more responsible, to be more powerful. He's coming to you to show you that you have power, to be sensitive to your surroundings, but know that you're always in power, that you are the courageous person, that you have enough strength and energy and focus to get anything you want done. So the jaguar is coming to you, showing you they are your spirit animal right now. They're with you. They're helping you through life. Okay, so I hope you like this. We're going to open this up to callers, and let's see how this goes. So I'm ready for my first caller.
Hi, Karen. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello?
Hi, Karen. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Gina. Nice to meet you. Wow, that was inspiring and fascinating, and wow, I'm not even sure what to even ask. I keep feeling like I must have strayed way from my Akashic Records. Anyway, I've been in a deep rut and very, very frustrated. I'm also very worried about my boyfriend who's very sick, and I don't know what's happening with that. So anyway, I suppose any messages, anything I need to know, anything that would help me to move out of this and know my purpose and what I'm supposed to do with the rest of my life?
Okay, Karen. Well, I'm going to definitely have to channel this message for you, okay? So your question had many parts to it, but, obviously the council heard whatever it was you said. So I'm going to just ask you to say your first name, Karen, and spell it out loud, give spirit permission, and I'm going to go in and get an answer for you.
Okay. Karen, Karen, Karen. Of course, my mother likes to call me Karen Sue, but
okay. So let's
my
see what
certificate is Karen.
Okay, so let's see what we have for you.
Thank you.
Okay, Karen, so yes, you have been feeling defeated, but you're losing yourself. That's the thing. You're getting involved and letting other energies around you bring you down. You're losing touch of yourself. You need to go back in and be more in touch with who you are. We suggest that you do meditation, self-awareness meditation, just self-love. You're forgetting yourself. You're bringing a lot of energies in, near, and around you that is of a lower vibe. It's bringing your vibe down. This could affect your health if you're not careful. So we want you to try to lighten up on your food right now, to try to eat more fruits and vegetables, which is going to lighten your vibration right now. And yes, you are around people that have a lower vibration right now. This could be through sickness. This could be through financial struggles. But this is bringing your vibration down. You're meant to be happy and you're meant to be the uplifting soul, which you try, but you've been getting very tired lately because you are affected by other people's energy. So what I want you to do is find your energy. So when people start to have these troubles that are around you, just say no energy, because you will not take on their energy. Give them love and light and support, but don't take on their energy. Keep your vibration high because you're meant to be happy here. This is a time in your life where you're supposed to be enjoying family and friends, but you're feeling more tired and worn down. So what we want you to do, and again, is just lighten up, eat a lot more healthier, a lot more fruits and vegetables. If you can walk, please do that. We want you to breathe in fresh air, get more out in nature, take time in meditation. Okay? So.
Well, I do those things when I can. It's the weather is very prohibitive where I am, and
so it is. So what they're pretty much saying to you is you are being affected by people around you. Okay.
Right.
So there are energies around you that are affecting you, and it's hard for you because you're trying to be there for other people. They're telling me. So they're telling me that you're giving a lot of your energy you're giving. So that's why they're saying that you need to replenish your energy because you're giving so much. So they're asking you to take more time for yourself, more Karen time. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So do you have another specific question that I could look more into energetically?
Is there something in the Akashic Records for my boyfriend and I? I don't know how long this is going to go on, if it's ending, if he's on his way checking out.
Okay, that is something that I will not be able to answer via this phone call because that is like a lot deeper for me, and I don't have that much time to really go into that depth of a question for this answer, to tell you the truth. But I will go with what they told me to give you for information. But again, something like that is not like talking about death or passing or looking there is not where I go right here for that answer. Okay?
Right.
So that would be something that we could do personally. If you want to contact me, we could do a different reading, but that's not something I'm going to do right now.
Okay. Well, can I ask you what my gifts are and what is it I'm supposed to actually do with the rest of my days here?
With the rest of your life, your gifts?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I get with that. I'll ask.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the thing is, again, you're getting overwhelmed with, trying to find this answer. But the more that you relax and find who you are and what you're supposed to be doing in this life, right now what you're supposed to be doing in this life is enjoying yourself, to have fun, to relax, to give to yourself, to make yourself happy. to spend time with people that make you happy. That's what you're supposed to be doing here. You came here to be joyous and be happy and love life and do the things that make you happy. So write a list of things that you like, things that make you happy. Write 5 or 6 things down that you like, and that's what you're supposed to be doing, because that gives you joy. That's what brings your vibration up. And from there, it'll just keep growing, and you'll keep enjoying the things you do. Okay?
Yeah, good. Sounds good. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you, Karen. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to take another caller.
Hi, Catherine. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
Hi. Thank you so much for taking my call. And that was a beautiful,
Catherine.
beautiful introduction.
Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
Nice to call in. Thank you for calling in. And what questions do you have tonight?
Mine would be regarding work. I have a few projects in the works, and I'd like to ask, please, if you see Robert.
Robert?
Yes, working with me on them, liking them.
Okay. They already have an answer, so give me a second here.
Oh, thank you.
Your projects have a lot of good energy. So I see a number 3. So everything is doing, all the energy is really, really good. Robert, you just got to keep bringing him back in. But when he's in and focused, he's in it and he's excited and his energy is high too. You just got to just keep pulling him back. Sometimes he slips down wrong, and you pull him back. You pull him in, you show him your energy. You show him the possibilities. You show him where he can go with this. You bring your energy so up high so much that Robert, will want to ride this energy with you. And if he does, together, if you can keep both of your energies where you need it, there's endless possibility for these projects. And each project has its own strengths, and they all look really good.
Oh, fantastic.
So, any specific thing about anything else, like you can pinpoint like anything about one of the projects?
One of the projects that is almost finished. Now I know it's not perfect yet, but should I show it to him anyway, or say, look, I want to finish it up?
No. Hold on. I'm getting a big no. Hold on. Do not show it yet, because you don't have the energy high and confident enough to present this project at this time. You must be 100% confident with energy, without a doubt in your mind, which you don't have yet, before you show it. Okay?
Okay. We're supposed to speak next week. Do you think by then, or still no?
Well, you'll ask yourself, is my confidence high? Am I ready to show this? You have the answer to that. So you bring the energy up. Your energy's not there today. Maybe it'll be there tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you'll look at that and say, I'm 100% ready. It's all have to do with you. I want you to look over the emotional scale. Read the emotional scale. And if you're at the top of the emotional scale on that project, you're ready.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. And for everyone out there listening, again, I'm channeling these answers from the council, and they're not babying. They're giving you a direct answer. They're not making anything up. They can't tell you something that's not there, and they're giving you something direct. I'm not giving you this as a psychic answer. It's all channeled. So I'm giving you what I get. Okay?
Marvelous. Thank
all right.
you.
Thank you.
And
thank you, Catherine.
Council. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to you both. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take my next caller.
Hi, Jennifer. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
Hi.
Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Gina. Can you hear me?
Hi, Jennifer. I know your voice, Jennifer.
Yeah, you know me.
So you make my energy high. So I love hearing your voice. Thank you for calling in. It's a good.
It was actually by accident, because I was trying to listen because it was like to the show, and I was hoping that I didn't get picked, but I guess it's just meant to be. So.
Okay, good. since I'm channeling my answers tonight. So I'm going to the council for the answers tonight, and you know how that goes. So what do you got?
Yeah. Okay. Do I dare ask if the person that I'm like talking to, like how is that gonna go?
Okay, so you want to know how it's going to go with the relationship that you're talking to, right?
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Should I just give up, or I shouldn't be negative, right?
No, listen, the council's already screaming at me. But let me just go in and get the answer for you. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
It's funny and crazy. You would ask, should you give up? Because you've been learning here. And why would you even ask, do I give up? Because that is a big no. Why do you give up on something that you want and you feel the energy for? And there's obviously reciprocal energy. It's not even like there are crazy, I hate to use that word, but there's some delusional people that think they have a relationship with someone that doesn't call back or doesn't talk to the person. But you actually have a relationship with this person. It's all you creating the energy. And you've seen how that changes when you do create the energy. So should you give up? No. There's so much potential here to create even more of an energy bond. Don't give up, even though the struggle may seem a little difficult, or there might be a little distance here or there, or you feel like, this person's working on their stuff and I'm working on that stuff. You don't give up. You just keep riding it. You move the energy how it turns and twists. And right now, if you ask yourself, should I give up? You get a big no. So there's your answer right there. No, you don't give up. Don't even ask that question. Just keep riding the energy high and keep it positive and keep it flowing, and things will flow. And if anything comes out of this, you're either going to have a really good lasting friendship from this person, and you're going to learn a lot from this relationship, which will attract you to have this person or somebody much better who meets this requirement that you're bringing your energy to. But either way, this is one of your lessons, your quizzes, and you're doing excellent. So keep riding it. All right.
I love
it. Did you get that, Jennifer?
Yes. I'm actually
and they
a
weren't
big smile
really
on my
that mean
face.
to you. They weren't really that mean.
I was so scared.
So that was a good answer. And if you forget it, you can always play it back and listen to it again.
Yes. Like, don't give up. Just keep on going. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
You guys
thank
rock. You and the council.
All right. Thank you. I love your energy. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. Next caller.
Hi, Kristen. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
Hello,
Hi,
Gina.
This is my friend, Kristen. I can't believe it. It's so crazy that I know voices. Like, wow. Hi, this is, guys, for all my listeners, this is one of my high vibration girls that helps me when I'm down. So, hi, Kristen. I'm so glad you're listening. This is my jiu-jitsu girl. And so
thanks for having me.
Kristen. I will. You'll be asking the question, and if you've been listening, I'm going to tap into the council through my guide, Christopher, and that's how you're going to get your answer. So I'm not going to be your friend, Gina. This is going to be not me answering the question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got?
Okay, so I've been, starting a business this past, I don't know, about 6-7 months now. It's a mural business. I know it's been a struggle like the past month because let's face it, it's freezing outside. It's hard for me to paint. I can't paint outside. I have to finish painting tomorrow, and it's going to be 36 degrees. I'm not happy about it. So I'm trying to think about ways that I can, improve the situation. Maybe next winter become bi-coastal, living in a warmer state. Is there anything else that I should be doing or maybe focusing
They're
on?
They're dying to talk to you. They're already interrupting me, so give me a second, and I'm going to give you that answer. Hold on.
Okay.
So, we've been waiting for you to ask this question. So, hi, welcome. So, yes, here's the thing, is you're doing so amazing because just recently, when we say just recently, we're talking just recently, in the past 6 months or so, you started to find your confidence. You started to believe in yourself. You started to understand that you're actually able to do this for a living and make money. This is your passion. This is something you want to do. But you've always kind of put it on the side. It's kind of like my side thing, but I got to make money here. You really started to embrace it. And as you're embracing it, you're getting these little quizzes, and you're passing the quizzes because you're having more self-confidence in yourself and your ability to do work. And as you pass these quizzes, we give you rewards. And your rewards are shown as new jobs, as different things in your life, love, different things manifest for you because you're passing your quizzes. So now you're getting ready to take a test. And the test is coming, and that's why you're asking these questions, because you now have to have enough, because you're challenged. It's wintertime. You're questioning. You're wondering if you should fall back again, but you must stay strong, because this is your test. You're in your test right now. Can I stay strong and most confident in myself to know that I have the ability to do this year-round and make money? Well, yes, you do. You asked if you're going to be in a warmer climate. You're going to have the ability to do anything you want, because we see large murals. Now, these are murals that are on some type of inside, so you're going to be doing big buildings inside. This is going to give you the ability to have different abilities to move to different places. And, yes, you'll be in a warmer climate if you want, but you'll be able to make just as much money in the cold environment by this time next year. It won't even be a worry, because you're going to pass your test and have enough confidence in yourself. You'll be given inside jobs. This is your first year. So, yes, you're given little things here and there, but you're in the struggle right now. This is showing you to hold strong and have confidence who you are and what you do. Don't give in, don't give up, and don't feel defeated. Hold strong, because bigger things are coming. Just have the confidence in yourself to pass your test, because you will be rewarded. So I love that, Kristen.
Oh,
That's a
thank
good,
you.
Good answer. I like it. And did that make sense for you?
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
So that was coming from the council. I thank the council. I thank my guides. And as one of my best friends, like, who helped me in life, like, I'm excited for you, because what I just heard from what they said is, like, you're on the right path. So you're doing it, Kristen. You're doing it.
Oh, it means so much. Thank you all, everybody who's helped in the reading tonight, and your channeling. This is really great. I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing.
It's so cool. No, it's so cool, because as my friend Kristen, who's seen me through many fail in my tests, she doesn't really know what I really do or what I do. So I appreciate she's becoming part of my journey. So thanks for calling in, Kristen. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. I'll see you in jiu-jitsu soon.
See you soon. Okay, bye, Mama.
Bye. All right. I think I got one more caller.
Hi, Carol. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
Hey, Gina. It's Carol. How are you?
Wait, is this Carol Joanna's friend, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Carol. Hi.
How are
Another
you?
Good energy that I love calling in. Makes my night. Thank you so much for calling in.
I'm like, I have to call in. I love to listen. It's been another great show, and I was sitting here thinking about, like, what question do I want to ask if I get in, and then I thought maybe it would be nice to just call in and just listen, and then they said, oh, you're going to be, had they come on, so I was like, oops, it's meant to be. So,
well, that's another fate, so you got to ask a question now, Carol.
Exactly. So I was sitting here and I was thinking, and I've thought about this many times, like, I feel like I am very intuitive with many things. And I also always get this feeling like I was put on this earth for a reason. And I can't explain what I mean by that, but I guess what I mean by that is there's so many times where I've just randomly have met people where I feel like I've made an impact. Like, I always think, like, I was meant to meet this person, or maybe something I said resonates, and I think, like, wow, I was supposed to be here to talk to this person. And I just, like, think sometimes, like, past life or whatever, like, is there something in me that I'm picking up on that, like, I don't want to say a gift, but I just feel like God put me here and has, the way my life has went, my career, my life, my children, everything. Like, I feel like it's every step has built on another step.
Okay, I love this. I love this question. I love it. And again, the council gets really excited sometimes, and they want to jump in. They're excited to answer this question for you.
And I've been finding, like, really a lot. I don't know if it's that. I usually don't, like, make a big deal when I find pennies around my house, but lately I've just been finding shiny pennies everywhere, and I'm like, is it my mom? Is it my brother? Is it somebody trying to say hey, or just, like, we're with you all the time? It's just, like, I can't explain it. It's just bizarre.
Okay, well, before I answer this question, I want to tell everyone out there that's listening, yes, I'm a medium, and all my clients that know me, and Carol knows me, she's seen my gallery shows. I do connect to past relatives. I'm sure I connected to yours at one of the galleries. And I talk to, dead past spirits. However, I just, like on this show, unless the spirit is huge coming through, I'm not in that type of channel, so I'm not always connected to them, because if you understand from a mediumship point of view, that takes a different, point of where my connections are. So for this sake, I'm going to channel the council. If someone pops in, they got to run past that point where I'm at, the channel. It's like the House of Mirrors and where I'm going. But I'm going to answer that question for you, okay? So give me a second to get the answer. So, yes, so you're right. Everything that you're feeling, that's you. It's kind of like you got this soul that it's waking up, so you're in touch with your soul. Your higher self is talking to Carol. Carol's mind, Carol's subconscious mind as the human. That's what is tapping into making your brain work. But you hear your soul talking, your soul saying, good job, Carol. You're down here doing what you said you do, because you wanted to come here to make a difference. You wanted to help heal people. You wanted to give maybe just that certain smile to somebody, because that's written in your record. You wanted to give someone that comforting hand, because that's written in your record. You wanted to smile and be nice and be that person's sunshine. All that's written in your record. You wanted to be a mother. That was written in your record. Your husband was written in your record. All your stuff was written in your record, because you needed to be there and go through what it is, because you need to help these other people. You're not a filler. You're not one of those people that are here at a low-level soul existence. You're in the middle somewhere. Your soul is in the middle. So you've come here with different missions to give. You came here to experience, to create, to have joy, to have love. We all come here. The main reason we come here is to love, to give and receive love. It's the big reason we come here. That's why. And when we're not giving and receiving love, we feel off, because that's what we came here for, to experience joy and happiness and love. But you as a soul, you came here to give it. And that's why you're feeling that. And that's why you feel like you're waking up. You feel like you're in a bigger mission, because, yes, you did choose a bigger mission. You came here to help people, and you're going to even help more people. You're either going to do a mission or do more missions to help a lot of people. Looks like a lot of children. You're going to be helping a lot of children who are underprivileged. Your stuff is just beginning. You think you're getting towards the end of your career, but you're getting towards the beginning of your passion. So anyway, Carol, that was your answer. Did it make any sense?
That was a good answer. It makes so much sense, because I've been, I've done the medical missions, and I was thinking, was this the last one I was going on? And again, like you said, the smile, and I have to say, so many people say to me, I see your smile, and it just brightens my day. I mean, just randomly, it's the weirdest thing.
Well, they just mentioned the smile, so obviously that's it.
Yeah, that was crazy when you said the smile a couple of times. I'm like, oh, my God, I can't believe she just said that. Well, actually, I can believe you just said that, because I know you. I know you get there. I know counsel comes through you, and it's like you always say what's coming through. But, yeah, so thanks. That's awesome. I kind of have chills.
And if you forget the message, again, hit replay, go to my YouTube station. My YouTube station has all the recordings, so if you want to hear it again, just hear it again.
I will, definitely. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you for bringing your energy to the show and calling in. I really appreciate it so much. I love when people call in. Thank you so much. It takes a lot to call in sometimes, so I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Great show.
Thank you, Carol. And I don't know if I have another caller, so I'm going to wait a second to see if I do, but I'm not sure.
Hi, Krista. You made it in. You're live on the air with Dr. Gina.
All right. Yay. Thank you.
Hi. Who do I have? I'm sorry. I missed your name.
Hi, Gina. This is Krista, and Prince is here, too.
Oh, hi, Krista. Hi. You made it on. Hello.
Yeah.
Another nice, amazing energy. Thank you for calling into the show. This show is good for you to listen to. I'm glad you listened.
Yeah, it is. It's a great episode. I always love all of yours, but this is, I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with the Akashic Records.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that before, but it's fascinating.
Welcome. This will be many more episodes in this. This just is like a little breaker. So we'll hear more about it. So what questions do you have for me tonight to ask the council?
I guess it's like career related. Well, I've just been feeling like I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I always feel like I'm not doing enough. But lately I've been like feeling like I can't get all of the things done that I've promised people that I'm going to do. Like I have a writing class I'm taking, and I've been wanting to like do more stand-up comedy, and I'm also like working on like a freelance writing gig with a friend of mine, and also like collaborating on videos with a bunch of other people, and it just feels like I don't know if I'm spreading myself too thin, or if there's like a specific avenue I should focus on, one over the other, or if I should just try to keep it all going and see what sticks.
Okay.
I'm not really sure like which direction to go on my path, or just go in all of them, do everything that I've been doing.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the channel and ask the council this question, and, you know, we'll put it together, see what they give us. So hold on.
Okay.
So, have you been spreading yourself too thin? Well, yeah, because you're all over the place. Now, let's go back to your